Tell it to you like that.
Is it me?
We're live. I don't know.
Is it me?
I don't know what it is.
Look,
I feel like ants is crawling on me. Oh.
It look like ants is crawling on me.
What up, y'all? What up?
We so early today, baby. We good. Listen, don't start their faces, okay? Hi everybody.
What up, though?
I'm T. Hatchett, and
I know what's up when I'm rolling up.
And we are the
Hatchett
Hatchett Chronicles. We are we are so sorry that we missed you last week. We really did miss you guys. But we are back. We're here. Okay, so I need to put the website here. That's not right. And
What's up, y'all?
nobody on yet.
Oh, I'll wait.
That's why I'm waiting, because nobody's on. Huh? We did this before. You remember when we sit here like, okay, do 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 do
do. Well, anyway.
Did order to go to your page?
Yeah, I guess so. Talk about the website.
Okay, so I just hate to repeat myself. That's the website. That's where you can find out. I have some exciting news. I just was trying to wait for people to come on to tell the exciting news. Plus.
I have some exciting news also.
You do? Okay. Plus. I want to tell about the financial thing and what I'm doing. You guys, y'all really, really need to get with me. I am rolling with the finance. I can help you guys. I can help you guys learn how to save, budget. If, I can help you guys as far as your finances is going. Like if you, if you feel like overwhelmed by your finances, we can break it down and see how we can help you to, get your finances in order. We can see how you can save. We can see if you have like student loans or any loans that needs to be paid off. We can see how we can get your loans paid quicker for you. I do the whole thing. So check me out. Hi.
Man,
again.
Hanging like posters.
I didn't get a chance to tell you, but when we get off, I need you to call back because I need to talk to you. So when we get off of after Hatchett Chronicles, call back. Make sure you call back. And so
the website is in the feed.
Oh yeah, untappedtalentrecords.com will tell you everything we're doing, and let you know all the things that's going on with us. I have a surprise. I have a very exciting news. So, our cousin Steve, for those who don't know, Steve is a recording artist. Oh my God, his sound is off the chain. I have just put his first EP. I say first because it is the first one. It's not the only one though. But I have put his first EP in distribution. It's called Love Search by Steve. It will be out July 20. And when I tell y'all, don't walk. Look, fly.
Don't drag your feet.
Don't drag your feet. Go to your favorite on July 20th at 9 o'clock. Go to your favorite streaming site and download this EP because you don't want to miss this EP. When I tell you, And not because he cousin,
Steve did his thing.
but Steve did his thing. So anybody,
Steve definitely did his thing.
I'm telling you, everybody, July, and I will be promoting it as we go along. Usually when we get like 10 days out, I usually do a countdown for it. I am planning on probably doing a Zoom listening party for him.
You definitely gonna do that.
Yeah. So, but you wanna grab a hold of this. This is one thing you want.
Just one for the books.
Yeah, you want this. And again, check me out. I'm doing credit cleanup. I'm helping people with their finances, get their finances under control for 2021, teaching people about their finances, because most of us did not learn about finances. So this is something I'm into now. I'm licensed now. Hey, Eleanor. So please check me out. I had a grand opening on Wednesday, but I'm still can sit down and talk to people. You can still do a Zoom with me, and the person that's ahead of me, my financial advisor. But check me out. I am me. Call me whatever to learn about finances and to help you out with your finances. Also, I'm not even going to mention the book, okay?
Would you help me out with some finances? Get out my pocket.
Anywho, did y'all hear something? I didn't.
You'll never hear that part.
Anywho, let's talk about the book. Can we talk about the book?
No.
From my rib.
What about it?
I'm still waiting.
I'm still waiting. I'm feeling good, Eleanor. Thank you for asking. I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling really good, really great right now.
Really good, really great.
I'm working on some stuff, man. I'm working with this author right now that's doing a what do you call it?
Ebook.
Audio book.
Audio book.
Man, listen, this book is crazy. When she finishes this book, I'm really shooting for a film company to pick this up and shoot a film because
my sister, hi Tracy.
What's up, baby? And she on YouTube too.
Oh, thank you. I love that.
Trying to see if I could get a film company to shoot
Eunice.
a film for this book, because this audio book is insane.
You're trying to get a film.
Well, I mean, not actually a film company to shoot it, but we're gonna try to see if we can get like Prime or Amazon Prime or Netflix or something like that.
Okay, because Valerie was
I know that.
Okay.
Cut my throat, why don't you?
Okay.
My goodness.
Hey, Steve, I was just telling everybody about your project that you got coming out on July 20th.
Cuz, what up?
Love Search.
What's good? Did I see you? Hey, Eunice, cuz, what up, cuz? Yeah, man. So, this book is the business. Actually, I just picked up another author from doing this book. We got some stuff going on, man. We got a lot of good stuff coming down the pipe this quarter coming up. So,
I forgot to say about on Sundays, 9:00, y'all. Sunday morning, 9:00. I do Sunday morning worship with Minister Terri Hatchett from 9 a.m. to 10.
mm-hmm.
So I haven't put that out there. I've been doing it for about 3 Sundays now. God placed it on my heart to do, and I didn't put it out there because, sometimes I'm insubordinate. I don't
being
listen.
Obedient.
Yeah, I sometimes I have to get spanking because I'm not very obedient. But now I am being obedient, and so every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. In the Hatchett Chronicles studios, by the way. that I come on and I do Sunday morning worship with Minister T. Hatchett.
Definitely dope. Definitely dope. Bringing you the word of God, which is a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is.
With that being said,
so and also don't forget, anytime you guys need to know what's going on with us, I am doing my best to keep up to date. The website is in the beginning of the feed. Go to our website. I haven't put Steve's stuff out there yet because I just put it in for to come out on July 20. But I will be doing that tonight, so that will also be on the website. And like I said, I usually do a 10-day countdown. And of course, we're going to have a listening party. Just look out, because y'all going to want to. Y'all going to. That EP, oh my goodness. I was grooving to it as I was putting it in. It is just, oh my God. It is. It really is. And the wild thing about it is, I'm going to drop a little jewel, a little secret, that there's more to come. Just don't think this is just one project and that's it. There is more to come. That's the wild thing.
Yeah, we got some stuff.
Yeah.
Eleanor said you're doing a great job, Terry.
Thank you, Eleanor.
Don't tell her that. So anyway,
let's get to the subject. What's the subject, baby? Do you know the subject?
No.
Why you don't know the subject, baby?
Because I'm really not in tune with Hatchett Chronicles like that.
Oh, that's not nice, baby. That's mean.
Mean and surly.
That's mean and surly. Oh, Steve said y'all got a brother getting pink cheeks over here. No lie, that thing. You should have seen me when I was putting it in. I was like, oh,
going crazy.
I was trying to put it in, but I was too busy rocking to the music.
Going crazy last night.
Yeah. Hi, DJ. Who's that?
Damager, what's good, bro?
He said happy
Father's Day, bro. Happy Father's Day to everybody in the feed.
Yeah, to all the fathers and father figures, happy Father's Day. Eleanor said, get out, Frank.
Get out what? What are you in the popcorn, love?
So the subject is supporting your mate in spite of.
Oh, yeah, because she switched it from something else.
Yeah, but we're going to have the subject that is supposed to be next week.
Whatever.
Because I switched it for a reason.
Whatever.
And we're going to talk about why I switched it. So first, I wanted to, go over what me and my husband discussed. I asked my husband, because my husband is a very supportive husband. My husband is, y'all, I know. Let's just bear with me, because I brag on my husband a lot.
Stupid.
Oh, stop it.
Everything.
Oh,
everybody.
My husband is so supportive of me. I mean, I'd be like, I can come up and say, okay, baby, I want to walk out in the rain for 5 minutes. And he'll go, okay, baby. And then I wake up the next day. God put on my heart, I want to do a tailspin. He'll be like, okay, baby. I mean, he's really, really, and it's not just okay. It's like, if I'll ask him about something, he'll be like, well, baby, you can do it. I mean, he's very supportive. And I also try to be supportive of him.
I feel like if you want to do something, I have to support you with it. Because if it's something that's...
Eleanor said, I don't have a mate, so I'll sit in the corner and take it in.
If it's something that you want to do, I have to support it. Because if it's something that's going to make you happy, then it'll keep... If it's going to make you happy, it'll make me happy. And as long as I support it,
but we want
you to, and not even for the happiness part of it, but for motivational purposes also. You know what I'm saying? I try to motivate you into doing it. If you say you want to do it, I'm going to motivate you as much as I can, and to the best of my ability. Because, hey, if you want to do something, you put your mind to it, let's do it. And if you got a support system, nothing like it.
But okay, so that being said, though, we want to talk about supporting when you don't agree with your mate or your significant other. And this topic came about because my husband is really a wonderful man. He prays for everybody every morning. You know, if you're going through something, if you're sick, if you're hurt, um, finances, he prays for everybody every morning. I lie to you not. Now, he doesn't pray for himself. And he's not one to complain about, you know, if he's feeling bad, if he's sick, he's just not one to complain. He never complains about how he's feeling. If his finances is bad, he's praying for somebody else's finances and his finance might be bad. So I've learned to pick up and pray for him. But there's other times when I don't agree with, like for instance, okay, everybody knows last week we were not on the Hatchett Chronicles. And it was because my husband really was not feeling well. He was really, really feeling bad. But he did not want me to put that in the feed that he was feeling bad. And I had spoke with a friend of mine, a spiritual friend of mine, and he was like, well, you need to tell your husband to get over himself, because how can you're supposed to pray for specific things, but how can we pray for him if we don't know what's the matter with him? And I 100% agreed with him and I thought about it. And it's like if people called me and asked, okay, well, what was the matter? Is everybody all right? I didn't want to lie and say no, but I didn't want to go against my husband, who didn't want me to say anything to anybody. So that's how the topic came up, how to, supporting your mate in spite of, because sometimes you have to navigate and know how to support without, what is it, damaging your, or being disrespectful, but
not saying disrespectful, but just honoring the wish.
Yeah, honoring a wish that you might not agree with.
And in my own defense, when I say I don't, as far as me like coming on here and saying, yo, I don't feel good, or I'm in pain, or blah, 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 whatever. I just keep that to myself. And I rock with it, and I work through it, and I push through it. If somebody wants to pray for me, that's fine. I'm not opposed to that. I have a very serious case of arthritis. It's really crippling at times. And I don't want nobody to just worry, be worried all the time. Like, yo, Frank, you good? Yo, GL, what's up? I'm rocking, man. I get up and I rock every day. I'm in pain every day, but I rock every day. And I just, I'm going to push through this thing, man. And I just don't want, people, some people call and want to know if I'm okay. And genuinely, some people call and want to tell you that, they got, for some reason or another, they got their PhD from Harvard and want to tell you to take this and take that and do this and do that. I appreciate all of that. I appreciate, the love. I appreciate the comments. All of that. But, I just feel like, if I'm going through something, I'm gonna just rock out. I don't need to broadcast it. I don't mean to have you feel that type of way. Like last week when I said, just we had technical difficulties, and you said, baby, I don't feel comfortable with that. And I said, all right, I understand that, but I just, I don't want everybody to be worried every time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just a thing with me. So, in my defense,
Damage said the same thing, because that's what we said. That's actually what we said after we discussed, because, me and my husband discussed everything.
What did he say?
And so he said they don't need to know what's the matter, too much information, just pray for you. Right. And so that's what we said. That was the end. It was like,
that's my brother right there.
It was like, that's exactly what we said. We said, I said to him, we don't have to tell. We can just say, well, listen, we okay. Just pray for us. Right. Just pray for it. We going through something right now. Just pray for us.
And you know what? I want to say this too, and then we're gonna get right to the subject. Steve, and Matt, and everybody that's on here that care about me. I love y'all, man. I love y'all, and I don't mean to be like, don't tell nobody or whatever, because I know if something was going on with one of y'all, I would want to call and find out if you okay and all of that. So don't get me wrong when I say, not that I don't want nobody to know, but it's just that, I feel like, this is something I got to deal with, and I'm gonna rock out. I'm gonna tough it out. I'm gonna tough it out, man. I'm gonna tough it out. And every other day, I don't need to be on the phone. Yo, man, I'm in so much pain. And yo, man. Like, bro, get over it. Suck it up. This is something you got to deal with. And I just suck it up and I rock, man. I rock out. I'm in pain right now, but I'm good. We gonna rock. You know what I mean? So
Some days are just worse than others.
Yeah, but I'm all right. So to the topic.
And Steve said, if you're in a committed relationship, it's our duty to support each other. If you're not going to do that, what's the purpose?
That's a fact.
And that's true. It's just that sometimes it comes to a point you might not agree with. Like, for instance, a good example was, and we talked about this, I love chocolate, y'all. I got a chocolate addiction, okay? And I admit, it is an addiction. I eat chocolate. Chocolate doesn't love me. I'm allergic with chocolate. Chocolate hurts me. Okay? But I will sit up there and eat chocolate until I'm
like it's going out of style.
Yeah, because it's a habit. I can't help it. So the other day I said to my husband, I was like, babe, it's bad. It was like cigarettes. I was like, it's hurting me. I have got to stop this. I said, please help me to stop this chocolate. So when we talked about this thing about supporting, I said to him, I said, well, what if I said that to you and then I go and get me some chocolate and you be like, babe, you told me to help you and I still eat the chocolate. I said, what do you do in a case like that? And he said, I would tell you, all right, I will remind you of the pain you was in. And then if you ate it, you just ate it. And so I said, okay. And if I do it over and over, he was like, I would still do the same thing.
Meaning that, okay, you get ready to eat some chocolate. I'll tell you, babe, come on, you asked me to help you. We're not going to do that. You know what chocolate does to you. You know what I mean? But if her persistence was, persistence overcomes resistance. So if her persistence was that much that she couldn't resist for her to go ahead and eat it, then you have to remember what this chocolate is doing to you. You have to remember that you're allergic to it. I tried to help you. The ball is in your court now. I've done all I can do, and it's up to you now. So if that's what you want to do, you go ahead and do that. But remember what it's going to do to you, how it's going to make you feel, so forth and so on. And then she said, okay, so then what happens again if I try it again? I said, I'm going to support the same thing. I'm going to tell you now we're not going to do that, blah, blah, blah. But if you persist and you can't resist and you eat it, then I'm going to say again, you know how it's going to make you feel. You know what it's going to do to you. So it's on you now. You know what I mean? So go back because
yeah. So Eleanor said, I can tell by Frank's demeanor when he's not feeling good. Yeah, it does show.
Man.
Tony said, I love you to the moon and back, brother.
I love you back, bro. You know the vibes.
Steve said chocolate and bean pie. Yes, but bean pie don't hurt me. So I eat bean pie all day, every day. That don't hurt me. The chocolate hurt me. Unit said, I agree because sometimes you have to get quiet and try to get through it with God's help.
Exactly.
Tony said, oh, he said that. And okay, they were just speaking to each other. And so when he said that, then I thought, well, maybe it is the issue that it depends on the issue how you support it, because then it took me back to, I don't know how many of you ever seen Diary of a Mad Tyler Perry's Diary of a Mad Black Woman, and she was on drugs, and Tyler Perry's wife or the character was on drugs, and he was like, how many times must I go through this and support you, and you just steal my wallet and hurt the kids, so I'm not doing it anymore. And Medea said, that's construction. You need to support her. That's construction. That's what she said. That's construction. So I asked my husband about that because how can you support something like that? You might love a person, but
I don't think that that's supporting that. That's enabling that. Okay, if somebody said they want to stop doing drugs, right, and they keep ending up on the short end of the stick. You may help out once or twice, trying to do what you could possibly do to help them, with that. Even trying to get them into a rehab or something like that. At the end of the day, with that being said, it's up to that person when they're tired, sick and tired of that drug taking over their life. You got to be tired of that thing in order for you to want to give it up. If you're not tired of it, they're going to keep doing it. I mean, no matter what, bad things happen, they get into sticky situations and what have you. But if that's what a drug is, it's an addictive thing. And you got to know, hey, man, I'm addicted to this. I want to get off this thing. I'm tired of this thing ruling me. I'm tired of it. You know what I mean? You got to get like that in order to get off of it. So I don't think the support part would be, trying to get somebody into a rehab or trying to help them and, support the movement of trying to keep them away from it and you're trying to keep it away from them. You understand what I'm saying on that tip? But as far as like feeding them bread, giving them bread or whatever, and they going out and spending that bread on a hit here or a hit there or whatever, I think that would be enabling more than supporting.
I agree. I agree with that, baby. So let's say, so not drugs, but let's say like I did something that, like, okay, so I wouldn't go as far because I'm allergic to seafood and shrimp too, but that'll kill me. But let's say chocolate is already debilitating. But let's say it was at a point where, like I said to you the other day, like it literally my heart be hurting and my head be hurting, and I keep doing it, and you know that it's killing me slowly.
I'm going to do the best that I could possibly do to keep you from eating that. You sneak it when I ain't around, which you do.
I don't do that anymore, baby. I've been doing good the last 2 days. Actually, 3 days. When's the last time I had some chocolate? I haven't had chocolate in a minute. And you know what?
Anyway, y'all.
I haven't. When's the last time I had chocolate?
No, you've been.
Yeah, I've been good because it really is damaging.
So, but I'm saying, and I'm gonna keep up I'm gonna keep the pressure on you. I'm gonna keep my foot on your neck about it. But at the same time, if I'm not around and you getting it and you eating it and you know what I mean, not saying nothing to me about it and all of that, the consequences lay in your lap. You understand what I'm saying? You know what it's doing to you. You know what it's and how it's making you feel. You know what the outcome is when you know you're gonna eat it. That's just like if you ate shrimp. If I eat shrimp, you won't kiss me until the next day. And you are diligent with that thing.
Because shrimp will kill me.
So will chocolate eventually.
That's eventually.
So will chocolate.
But
and it's getting to that point.
Shrimp is like automatic. I know automatically I'm gonna swell and die if I don't get some kind of help or something.
I'm allergic to shrimp too.
So that's different from chocolate. Is like, okay, I'm suffering. I'm feeling pain, aches and pains here and there. But shrimp is like blow up dead. So that's different. That's like getting bit by a snake.
It's still being allergic to it.
Hi, Chris.
That's not good for you. Chris Allen.
So let me ask you guys something. I have a question for you guys. Let's say you find this beautiful mate and y'all are comparable in every way and y'all are falling for each other. And she gets a job in Hubangi, Texas. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Okay. She gets a job in another country, Japan.
We going together.
You gonna go with her?
You damn Skippy.
So that's my question, and vice versa, ladies.
You know what though? Shit, for real. If I couldn't go, if it was, specified that I couldn't go, Uh, that would be hard for me to deal with. I think that would be hard for me to deal with if they, you had to leave and go out of the country to go to work. I don't know about that, and not because I'm worried about another man.
No, I'm talking about the
whatever.
supporting tip.
I'm just saying that'll be hard for me to support because I'm thinking about the dangers of, you know what I mean, like all kinds of different things, man. When you go out of the country and you by yourself.
What about if it was for like 2 months? We were married and I needed to go away on a job for like 3 months.
If it's out the country?
If it's out the country, if it's to another state?
Another state would be different, but out the country, I don't know about that. I don't know.
And I'd be like, babe, but I really wasn't. This is.
And I'm going to support you. I mean, I would support you, but we got to have a serious talk about that. I would not just jump out the window and say, nah, you ain't doing that. Nah, we ain't doing. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But there are a lot of particulars to talk about when it comes to doing a job, and you got to leave the country in order to do so.
So I need y'all. I'm waiting for an answer from you guys. How supportive can you be if your mate needed to go away for 3 months out of state or out of the country? Tony said, I agree with getting through it with God, but sometimes you have to talk to someone, vent too. I also believe in checking on self for better understanding of what you want that's going to make you happy mentally and spiritually. I agree with that. Correct. That's well said. Eleanor said, I would make the ultimate sacrifice. So, Eleanor, you would go if you found someone, or y'all would.
You would support your mate going out of the country to work for 3 months? I mean, I would too. Not like I said, I wouldn't. It wouldn't be a total straight up and down no for me, but man, we have to talk about that because that's different, man. Trafficking, human trafficking, and certain places that you go out of the country, man, you could go get a cup of water and you got to go to a different spot than the resort you on, and it's different, man. It's different, and other countries, they prey on people that come from the United States. They prey. We are prey in other countries, and we may not believe it or think so, but we are a huge commodity to other people in other countries. You know what I mean? We are. And every time we go to these countries, they think we got, X amount of dollars because we're there. And you know what I mean? It's a whole lot that goes along with that. So for me to let you go to another country for 3 months to work, we would have to really, really, I mean, and not saying that I don't believe in God and that God is not good and he's not going to protect you, because we would pray on that.
No, I understand what you're saying.
At the same time,
it wouldn't even be about support. It would be about your concern
for your safety, for your life.
That makes sense. Chris said 3 months is not bad. It's better to earn money and get ahead instead of a bid. Tony said you could. So, Chris, what you're saying is if your wife needed to go out of the country to work or out of the state, you would be supportive of that. Tony said you could go out there for a week or two each month. I would be down with that support. It would be crazy, but if your bond is strong, it's only going to get stronger. And then Tony said agreed. And then Eleanor said they wouldn't want me. Trust me. You know what, Eleanor? That's funny because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, at my age, they looking for some young girl. They ain't looking for me with all my aches and pains and my chocolate and bean pie craving. They be like, it ain't worth it. Put her back.
Okay. You think that if you want to. These jokers.
I be like, get me a bean pie and I want some chocolate.
They real out here. You understand that?
Chris said yes, supported her. So I'd like to hear what some more. Who else we got on? Mad Steve. I'd like to hear what y'all think about that.
I will support
Eunice.
He just said, Tone just said, for a week or two. See, my thing with out the country is one thing. If you're in a state and say, okay, we in Georgia, if you had to go to New York for 3 weeks or 3 months to work, I ain't gonna trip about that because if anything, I could get on a plane and be in New York in an hour.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though I don't fly, but you know what I'm
You would
saying?
do.
I could get on, I could be there in an hour. In another country, 14 hours here. You know what I'm saying?
And
17
if
hours,
something
21
happened,
hours.
they'll tell them what.
Right. And the whole time I'm on this plane, I'm tripping, I'm going through it, trying to get to you. And man, listen. And then, you know, look, we here in Atlanta. If you was in New York working for 3 months, I got cousins right there in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I could pick the phone and yo, she work at so and so and so on 51st Street. Go by there. You know what I mean? Facts. It ain't hard for me to find you if you over here, but out the country, that's something totally different.
If I get in trouble, I'm on my own.
Yo, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. And you know, people. The thing is, and I'm not saying everybody, but you have to be mindful of your surroundings, and you can't take those things for granted.
Yeah.
Just because you go into another country does not mean you're as safe as you are at home. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that for granted. You can't take it for
Those
granted.
are things to consider. And you know, you guys, I will say this,
And money's
that this
not
is
worth
kind of
everything.
surprising because my husband never says no to me, by the way. I am a brat because my husband never says no to me about anything. And so, you know, to hear him say, we're going to have to talk about that. You notice how, I don't think my husband can say no to me. I don't know. Because you notice how he didn't say no, but he was like, oh, we got to talk about that because I can't get to you if you're in trouble. But it's you know, I was checking that out because your answer was kind of, until you started explaining, it was kind of like, really, babe? But then when you started explaining, I understand where you're coming from, and that's so like you.
So Steve said,
if her job is her passion, then you should be in full support.
I would be in full support, and I totally would be. And you know, my thing is that money is not everything. You know what I'm saying? And I would be in total support of it, but at some point, where do we come to a medium that we both agree to agree? You know what I'm saying about the well-being of your mate or yourself. Period. You know what I'm saying? I would be more worried about something happening to her if she's out of the country than I would be here. And I know that might sound crazy to y'all or something like that. Yo, the same thing could happen to her if she was in Jersey or New York or California or whatever. Right, it could. But
yo, my husband got people in this
man,
thing.
listen, man, we ain't gonna.
It's just a phone. What they doing? What? Hold on, I'll call you back. Hey, we done had 3 or 4 people riding up on like, what's going on? So I understand where he coming from with that.
It's just a little different to be out of the country. I would be, and I wouldn't say no. Yo, see if I can go with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Train ride. Chris said train ride, plane, drive, etc.
Facts.
Anything can happen anywhere.
Facts. You're right, Eleanor. You're right. And I'm not saying it can't happen here. I'm not saying that it can't happen here. It could happen in the same state. You know what I'm saying? It could happen around the corner from here. But I'm just saying, for me, for her to be away from me,
he can't. Around the corner, he can get to me. You know, New York, he can get to me. He's saying out of the country, he can't get to me. Chris said train, ride, plane, drive, etc.
Right.
Eleanor, okay, so Tony said I'll support her as long as I know in advance so I could plan my schedule accordingly to have my time set aside to fly out.
Fact.
Steve said, how would we feel if someone tried to cut off what we love doing?
Right, you're right, cuz. You're right.
Chris said, that's true. Steve said, I would be worried about her, but sometimes you have to let go and let God.
And you're right.
And Tony said, agree with you, Steve. So, but I agree with all of y'all because I understand what y'all are saying, but I do understand what my husband is saying too because
you have to let
I know
God,
him.
but at the same time, you know what? God does not, give us the spirit of foolishness. He don't give us the spirit of confusion, disillusion. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, you got to be mindful. You know what I'm saying? You got to be mindful. Of course, God is a miracle worker and he can work any miracle at any time. Yes, he can. But at the same time, God wants you to be mindful of your surrounding also because, it's a test for everything that we do. It's a test. And he wants to know, like, okay, you smart enough to handle that, right? I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you, but let's see what you can do. That's just like a parent putting your child on a bike. Your child been riding this bike with the training wheels off it. They've been training up to ride this bike, ride this bike, ride. Okay, so today's the day. We're gonna take these training wheels off and we're gonna see what you got. Same scenario. You know what I mean?
So let's talk. So when we first got together, you always told me you wanted to come back to Georgia. When you first told me that, well, even before that, we were talking about where we would live because you was in New Jersey and I was in Virginia. And I told you, babe, I really don't want to come back to New Jersey. But I also told you, listen, I love you and I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
Mhm.
So that being said, that was our story. That being said, let's say your mate asked you to move to a state that you really did not like. Like for instance, and when we first talked about Georgia before we got married, my husband said I would like to go back to Georgia because we had said, we asked each other a lot of questions. And he said to me, and I asked him, where would you like to live? And he said, I would like to go back to Georgia. And I was like, oh, I really don't like
She was
Georgia.
really hell bent
Yeah,
on not
I
coming
was
here.
like,
And I
every
used to
time
try to
I
persuade
moved
you and
to
everything.
Georgia, I had a bad experience every move. And I was like, I don't know about going to Georgia. But then on the other hand, I was like, well, babe, you know what? I'm going to follow you anywhere you go. So if you really want to go to Georgia, I guess I'll have to go. But I don't want to. Just like I told him about Jersey. I was like, if you really want to stay in Jersey, I will move back to Jersey. But I really don't want to move back to Jersey. I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to be very happy in Jersey, but I'll be happy with you. And that's what I told him. So, and then I came to the point where God placed on my heart that we supposed to be in Georgia. So I did. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to move to Georgia, and then I looked at the better half of it. So my question to you is,
So I mean,
how would
and my thing is just like with Hatchett Chronicles, I don't like being on camera. I haven't. That's
Yeah.
that's one thing about me.
That's a good
And
example.
y'all, my people know that I ain't with the glitz and glamour and all that. I play the background and do that.
Hatchett Chronicles is not good.
I'm just saying I don't like being on camera. I don't like this at all. But I do it because it's a compromise and I'm supporting a dream that you had. I'm supporting something that you feel is something super important to you. I feel it's super important to me also, but I'm just saying I do this because it's important. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a form of support. So with that being said,
Eleanor said, I'll follow my man. He's not going to use that job away to ditch me. He's not getting rid of you.
Ain't nobody trying to ditch you.
Steve said, if I didn't like the location, I would still go because compromising is part of a healthy relationship.
That's
you
exactly
can't be
right.
selfish that you block your blessings. Exactly.
That's exactly right.
And that's what I thought about it, Steve. That's why I told my husband, look, I'm going to follow you because, I love you and we're going to be together. I might not like it. I just, be upfront, but I'll follow you. And I'm glad I had that attitude because actually, this time was the best time. I've moved to Georgia, 3 other times besides this time, and this was like the best.
I told you
experience.
I told you the last time we had that conversation before we came here, when you really was bent on not coming back here. I said, it'll be a good thing, and you told me I don't want to go back there. Every time I go there, I have a bad. You have a bad experience. This. Us. Look, that was then. This is a whole different time. You know what I'm saying? We going back to Georgia as husband and wife. We met in Georgia, chopped it up, and we going back as husband and wife, back to where we met. You understand? and it's going to be a beautiful thing. It's going to be a great thing, and it's been great since we've been here.
It has. He's right. It has.
It's been great since we've been here. God has been blessing us immensely, and you know, man, I love it here. If y'all hearing a click, that's my ceiling fan. Don't judge me.
It's getting on my nerves. It's very annoying to me.
Whatever. It feels
I usually turn it off before we get on Hatchett Chronicles.
And it'd be super hot in here.
But I didn't turn it off this time because I was cooking, so I had a hot flash going on, so I left it on. But this is why I turn it off, because it's very annoying. But anyway, so what I'm getting from everybody else is everybody in our Hatchett Chronicles family seem to be very supportive of their mate, and would know how to support their mate.
I think that's a good thing, that you have to be supportive of your mate, because if there's something that you're with someone and there's something that they want to do, for you not to support them is, you know, I'm not going to say selfish, but I just think it's a form of not, you know, showing them that, you know, showing them the love, the unconditional love, even though it's something that you may not like, but you support them anyway, because you support the happiness that you want them to have.
And sometimes I think, I agree with you, baby, and sometimes I think it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Like the other week about your health, you know, it wasn't my place to say, well, he don't want me to tell y'all, but he don't feel good. It wasn't my place to do it, but I could say to the few, you know, my husband's not feeling well. That's all. And, you know, and leave it at that and still be respectful of your wishes, you know, right. Or like on another end of it, you know, to say technical difficulties. The reason why I didn't want to say that is because, you know, we're going through a spiritual growth thing. And that's lying. I don't care where you look at it. It's a lie.
It is.
And so I did not want to mess with, I didn't want to lie. I didn't want to mess with my spiritual. But there's a way to do it. I didn't have to disrespect my husband or go against his wishes, and still I could support him and still not lie. So I think it's the way you do. Hey, Felicia. I think it's the way you do things. Hey, Vera. Ain't that Vera?
No.
Who's that?
Evangelist.
Oh, that's Delphia.
Hey,
how are you? So I think that there is a way to, it's a way you support. It's the way you go about it. And it's very important to think about it and be mindful of that. Because you'd be surprised how many people are not mindful, which cause a whole big, like we was talking about. Remember that the Shy, and on the Shy, her best friend asked her to lie to her wife because she was helping her best friend out. Her best friend had cancer and she didn't want to tell nobody. And she had to take her back and forth to the hospital. But in order to do that, she asked her not to tell her wife, which was actually wrong on the best friend's part. Because if that's your friend, why would you want to damage that relationship? Right. That's disrespectful.
Because that
you want to
very well could draw a wedge.
You want to support, but I can't do that because, you know, I can't lie to my mate, my significant other. That's just not right.
Felicia Nelson, what's up, baby?
Okay.
You got it all? You got it all?
Y'all got, Steve said y'all got helicopter in there. Yep.
All right, Steve, you know what I mean?
Tony said, it's damn sure it sucks when you don't have the support. Believe that. Listen, I've been there. I agree. Steve said, support of the person that's closest to you is super important. Super, super. Yes, I agree. Eleanor said, my daughter supported her husband and lived in Europe for 3 years.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, that's dope. That's what's up.
Katrice said food can be a drug. Who you telling?
Yeah, man.
You know, sisters. Oh my goodness.
I think when you are supportive of your mate or your wife or your spouse or whatever you guys want to call it. I think it makes easier for um, I think it makes easy for the relationship to flow. Um, you know, I've always been like that. I've always been supportive of what someone else wants to do because if I look for support from someone else, I would want to get the same thing in return. Reciprocate what I get.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Which I don't really look for support from people because I'm so used to just jumping out and doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now Steve said, but her reasoning was on point for keeping it from her mate. So I don't think she was wrong for keeping it from her partner on the show. Okay, so yes,
I
the
understand what Steve's
reasoning
saying.
was because her mate talk a lot, and because her son didn't know, and she had to tell her son. But here's my thing: I don't think the wife was wrong for keeping it from her, but I think the friend was wrong for putting her in that position because you don't put your friend, if that's your friend, you need to think about, I know you're going through something, but it's not about you, boo. Y'all, that was on my sermon. It ain't about you, boo, all the time. You have to consider other people too and the place that they're at.
But at the same time, I think she was doing that too. You understand what I'm saying? To a certain extent. She was considering.
Who? Which one?
The friend was considering her friend's request for
Yeah,
not
but
saying anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying that the friend.
I understood where that was. I understood that part of it, but I understood what Steve's saying too, because you could say, look, you want to you want to be able to say something to your friend in confidence and know that they're not going to say anything because you went to them and trusting that they would hold what you asked them to hold. You understand what I'm saying? Which I understand that, but at the same time, when it's something that detrimental, um, if you go to your friend, like if somebody said, if they came to me and said, "Yo, my wife got cancer," blah 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 blah, and we're all good friends and stuff like that, and GL don't say nothing, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna bother me because
you wouldn't say nothing to me,
huh? What you mean? Yeah, if they said to me, don't say nothing to nobody.
You wouldn't tell me.
I don't know if I would tell you.
Well, because okay, so I know anybody that know me, anybody that know me know that do not request me not to say anything to my husband because I'm not. Because
you know what?
I don't lie to my husband.
The thing is the reason why I said that I probably wouldn't hold that from you is because I know us. If I say something to you about that, the first thing we're gonna do is what?
We're gonna pray about it, and we wouldn't say nothing to anybody.
We wouldn't say anything to anyone else, but we're gonna pray every chance we get. We're gonna pray that thing up off of them. You understand what I'm saying? Prayer works. So I mean, we're a little different than
here's my thing, Steve. The reason why that is cause a problem is because now she's lying to her mate. She's lying to her. So that presents other things. You know what I'm saying?
And because once her mate finds out that she was lying, you know what I mean? That's going to draw a wedge in between their relationship.
Because you lied to me.
She's going to feel like she can't trust her. You understand what I'm saying? So it would be a whole thing about that. But that's kind of like a catch-22 because you try to hold your friends, information and confidence because that's your friend. But
my thing is, if you're my friend, then you wouldn't ask that of me.
Right.
If my friend wouldn't ask that of me because they know how I am.
Yeah.
And so why would you ask me to lie to my mate knowing 100%. That I tell my mate everything?
100%. 100%.
So that's how I feel
100%.
about it. Steve said, but she was keeping it from her because she knew she had enough stress on her with her daughter being pregnant and she was trying to keep more. You know what? I understand that. I really do. But, your mate is your mate. and you understand their stress level or what they're going through, but that don't mean that you keep things from them.
Look, Delphi, wait, hold up. She said LMBO
laughing
Frank,
my
right?
butt off, Frank. But the truth will come to the light. They messing up 2 relationships.
Right, and then look, she said,
"If you dying, I'm telling." Because I love you and care. But she's right. She's right.
Delphi, you're right. That's a fact.
You know, and yes, she had stress on her, but that's just like me and Frank. Like Frank was sick the other week, and let's say something happened. What am I supposed to do? Oh, well, I didn't want to tell you because I knew you wasn't feeling it. That's just not, hey, I know you got stress on you, but I need to let you know this so there won't be no secrets in between us.
Right.
And we gonna pray on the stress that we got.
And you know something, especially if you're asking your mate or you're asking your friend, and if you know your friend that well that they don't keep anything from their mate, their husband or their wife, you know what I mean? Like you said, why even ask that if you know that, you know what I mean? If you know that their relationship is built on nothing but truth all the time. You know what I'm saying? And we don't.
Felicia said, "Now I have to watch the shine." Like, what are y'all talking about? This sounds good.
Yo, it's
the other thing is you talk about stress, but here's the stress. Now she's stressed out, worrying about where I'm calling you. You're not answering your phone. You know where you've been. That's adding extra stress because now she's like, okay, what is she doing? She looking at her sideways, talking about,
looking at like she cheating.
Yeah, I've been calling you. You've been disappearing on me. And what is really going on?
And that's the part where drawing a wedge in between that relationship starts to come in at, because now you're worried about her out doing a bunch of other stuff. So,
But she's already stressed out. Now, Steve said, I disagree. What if she tells her and the stress hurts her in a physical capacity? Well, guess what? She's already adding more stress on her by not telling her, because now she's worried about being cheated on. And where's she at when she called?
And then she's worrying about her daughter. And then her son is out there wilding out. So
so she's going to worry anyway. So the best thing to do is say, listen, I ain't trying to put extra stress on you, but I just want you to know at least where she is. Because at this point, she is calling her for her help. And she don't even get to, she's like, where you been? Felicia I've been calling you. What's going on? And she got to lie to her. It's the lying part that's a problem.
It's it's on not Netflix.
It's Stars.
Stars.
It's on Stars. It comes on Sundays at 9:00. We're in season. What season is that, Steve?
2.
Season 2? No, it's not. Season 3. Or is it 4? Okay, so
I think it's 3.
So he got killed in. Okay, so the boy got killed in 1, then the other boy got killed in 2, then the man got killed in 3 because the daughter disappeared. This is 4, baby.
Yeah.
It's season 4.
Okay. All right. So
she has good what's that word, Steve? She has good what? Alliance. Oh God, the feed is going crazy. Wait, I gotta catch up.
No, we have.
If we are financially able, I would follow. Oh, Catrice says she would follow. She would support her mate if they was financially able.
I would too. But we were saying if it was a point that you couldn't go, like the job said, now you can't bring your husband or you can't bring your wife, just you come.
Oh, Delphia says Showtime. I said Stars. Felicia is Showtime. Season 4. Yeah, it's season 4. I got on demand. Well, yep, you can binge watch it.
Eleanor said I might want to check it out. You should. It's pretty dope.
It is. It's very good.
And with that being said, my people,
we got a minute.
Yeah.
We're gonna take this last minute. We got a minute left, and we're gonna reiterate some things. Some people didn't come on so they came on late. So here's what we got going on. The website is at the top of the feed. You can see everything we're doing on the website. The newest thing that I'm gonna put on tonight is that Steve, the one that's on,
Stevie G,
that's our cousin. I just put his EP out. The first project, y'all. It will be out July 20th at 9 a.m., y'all. Go to your favorite streaming site and get this. Oh, and I will also put it on the website, but we're gonna actually have CDs. So if you want to purchase one, if you don't want to download it and you want to actually purchase the CD,
a hard copy,
you can go on. You'll be able to go on the website and purchase a hard copy of the CD.
Eleanor, we love you too, and thank you for joining, babe.
Love you, Eleanor. Our book, From My Rib, is coming sometime.
It'll be sometime next month, man.
I'm doing financial help for people. I do credit cleanup. We teach you how to save. We can teach you how to budget. We can teach you how to clear up your debt in a faster amount of time, a reasonable time. I'm helping small businesses get up and running. So reach out to me if you need some help with that. We had a grand opening on Wednesday, but I'll be happy to do a Zoom one-on-one or a Zoom party where we talk about finances and you see what I'm doing and how we can help you with your finances. Everybody always needs financial help.
And look out for the listening party too.
Look out for the listening party for Steve. What else?
Everything else is on the website. Anything else you need to know is on the website. I'm doing an audio book. Just lock that in on chapter 4. This book is crazy. I got a couple things going on. I don't want to let the cat out the bag yet, until they actually solidify, you know what I mean? But I got some stuff that I just got a few calls. Actually, I got a call today for some stuff for a soundtrack for a movie. Got that going on.
Oh, and Sundays at 9:00.
Yes.
I am doing Sunday morning worship with Minister Terri Hatchett. We're in the Hatchett Chronicles studios that I do it every Sunday at from 9 to 10. You can hear a sermon. Come get a word every Sunday.
And
it's on YouTube too.
I know you guys been missing me, because I've been missing y'all too. But I got some new records, and I'm going to do a live.
A toe tap.
So I might be coming at y'all tomorrow night with this toe tap, man. Just check the feed, because if I'm doing it tomorrow, I'm gonna put it up early in the morning that I'm going on. But y'all know I usually do 8 o'clock at night if I do a toe tap. So keep that on your wristwatch or whatever, because I got some new stuff I want to play. And I have not been on the book in a minute on my DJ vibe. I've been doing a lot of other stuff behind the scenes. So,
and don't forget about the radio.
Live, yeah.
The radio station, www.untappedmusicradio.airtime.pro. Delphi, if you have any music out, we're trying to convert from, right now we're doing a cross between majors and independent. But we're trying to convert totally over to independent, but we don't have enough content yet. But I am willing. I'm playing music. I'll play it on. I need a drop and your music, and I'll put it on air on Sunday.
Tone got some stuff he coming with too.
All right, yeah, come on.
Tone got some stuff. Because
Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday is Independent Day, where I have the whack DJs on.
And rip it down. We rip it down.
Yeah,
we go over 500 every time.
I also have Steve. Steve does his Stevie G prelude to the Quiet Storm. He comes on just before DJ Get Loose Quiet Storm, and he's like just a prelude to it.
He warm you up too.
Yeah, he warm you up for the Quiet Storm. Yeah. So I play his music for an hour. And on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday is major music. And then on Sundays is my sermon in the morning, and then major music or
Delphi, you could send your music to
here
untappedmusicradio@gmail.com.
I'll put it in here. Send. That's where you send your music to, and send a drop with it introducing your music.
Yeah, this is Delphi. This is my music. It's gonna be played on what
Yeah, and also send a untapped music. Right, 2 drops. One is introducing your music when we play it, and the other one is a commercial for Untapped Music Radio.
You're now tapped into Untapped Music Radio with Delphi, where we play all the hottest joints. Peace and love, y'all.
Yeah, something like that.
Like that.
And just a quick drop to introduce. You're now listening to my music, Delphi on Top Music Radio, and then I'll put it in.
Quick drops.
Yeah, and I'll let you know when I put it on.
So with that, my people,
warm the sheets up low, grown and sexy. Yeah, that's what Steve does. Yeah. That's what his music does.
Steve gets the 2 drops.
Delphi. 2 drops. Yeah. One like just talking about the radio. Hey, you're listening to Untapped Music Radio. This is Delphi. You're listening to Untapped Music Radio, and then the other one is an introduction to your music. Like you're now get ready. Listen to me, Delphi, and whatever you want to say. Real quick.
The new single I'm putting out. My new single is, we got it good right here on Untapped Music Radio. This is Delphi, whatever. Just
something like that.
The music you sending us or whatever. If it's 2 songs, 3 songs, whatever you send. Okay, and with that being said, my lovely people,
we thank you once again.
We thank you for sharing an hour with us again. Another thing. Any topics that anyone has, send us some topics. You could send it. You could drop the topics in the on the website. You could put it on my messenger. Put it on my wife's messenger. Put it on the Hatchett Chronicles messenger on Facebook. Also,
that's the website if y'all want to drop some subjects for us.
And we also stream on YouTube, so go to YouTube, check out some of the videos, just let them play, because when you click on them and let them play, man, it gets our numbers up, and we would definitely appreciate that too.
Yes.
So check us out on YouTube also.
How does the YouTube thing go?
Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.
I was gonna say that, baby. I got it.
My bad.
Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Right. I said it right?
Notification. Yeah. So with that being said, y'all, this is the Hatchett Chronicles. We love y'all. Thank you. Peace and love.
And we out.
And we'll see y'all next week, Lord willing.
Or Sunday. Y'all can tune in to me on Sunday.